Yeah, I did. Well, you were at the last zoning meeting, Jen,
Yeah.
and so it's good because you got to witness that fiasco. I thought that was really some poor conduct on Mr. Brewster's behalf. But then, oddly enough, after that, and Walt didn't even know this, I get this sent to me in the mail. Seems a little vindictive, Bob. You know, it just doesn't make sense. And you know, how many times are you going to keep throwing mud at the wall and it don't stick? But tonight's your last night anyway, so hopefully we can move on. Yeah, it is. You had 6 months, and it's time to walk, sink, or swim.
No, that isn't the way it was. It wasn't exactly 6 months. It's just, if they need more time, they can get it. It's not.
They don't need no more time.
That's not up to you.
You know what?
It's not.
It's never up to us. But he don't need no more time. It's sink or swim. Because you know what? You read that because you're liable for a lawsuit. Because that right there is harassment. So read it before you talk.
What isn't true?
The blah, 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 or the blah, blah, blah?
I let it go. She's reading that. The blah, blah, blah is a whole other issue. 7 minutes straight back.
Did you put a building up? What was it?
I sold my cabin. I'm right now in the process of moving stuff from one place to another.
Okay.
And it's a deer stand that's going to be placed on the other side of the creek, and it's just where it's at. And it's furthermore, I'll just read something to you here, because if you want to, Bob likes to refer back to the Judge Flanagan. Well, here's the deal. Judge Flanagan was wrong too. Make sure that's on the record. Bob Brewster is wrong, and you guys are wrong for dragging me into court on a nuisance violation. Let me read you ordinance number 5327. Tents, RVs, buses, camping vehicles, and any other such items may be located in shoreland areas, but shall not become a residence because their use must stay consistent with their original design by remaining road ready and serve as recreational purposes only. I don't need to read the dimensions and all that stuff to you, but it goes on to say, requirements shall be waived when seasonal use of property involves mobile homes, Winnebagos, and self-contained sanitary facilities that can be driven off the site and pumped regularly, or transfer station, blah, blah. All vehicles can be parked in blah, blah, blah. But anyways, your ordinance clearly states that RVs, Winnebagos, aren't subject to shoreline management regulation. So I should have never been drug into court in the first place. And now he's rewriting up a whole litany of other ordinances, and it's because of last week's zoning meeting. Bob lost out on a vote because he was wrong and he should have lost, and that's just his way of being vindictive back towards Bernie Palmer, because he keeps taking clay balls, throwing them at the wall, and nothing sticks. I mean, if he was, you know, could you imagine for a second if I was a bully? If I was a bully, I just pushed my way over, was a bully. That's what this man is here. He's a bully. He bullies everybody in the whole neighborhood.
That's enough. You're going a little too far there.
He is a bully.
I don't think so.
Can I respond since this is,
Yeah.
okay? First of all, Mr. Palmer's confused about a shoreland area. A shoreland area is within 300 feet of the ordinary high water line, but there's a setback of 100 feet where nothing is allowed. So he is within the 100 feet. What is exempted is from 100 feet to 300 feet is the further 200 feet where you can have an RV. The RV is within 100 feet, which nothing is allowed. So you're uninformed on the definition of the term shoreland area, first of all. Second of all, it has nothing to do with retribution on my part. Third of all, I don't know what he brought up to show you. Is it the copy of my letter?
July 24th.
Right.
And that's part of
Okay,
the
I'm
training
trying to
that Walt
stand
was
by-
supposed to have, but Walt wasn't even aware that Bob said
Walt
that.
was with me. Walt and I were out driving around doing an inspection. We
Harassing
drove
me
up
too,
to
you
Fury
thought.
Road. We saw the violation there. We talked about it and we came home.
You said it could
You
be a
know, I don't-
violation, you didn't tell me you were sending a letter.
No, I did
Yes.
not.
Yes.
Well,
That's-
am I
That's
supposed
what
to?
I saw.
Yeah, that's part of training,
Where it
Bob.
was being sent.
I said there's a violation.
That's part of
in the
training,
building
Bob.
there. We
You know, this
discussed
man
the
is hostile
situation.
towards us.
I
He
don't
shouldn't be
agree.
coming to our property.
You know, you wanna pursue your angle, go ahead. I don't agree at all with that.
I don't have an angle, because at the end of the day, you know what, take me to court, good luck.
Bernie, you're getting close.
Don't bother, don't even start threatening me, Jan. Don't even bother,
I'm
because
not
if a sheriff
threatening
comes,
you.
it don't matter if a sheriff comes.
So I've talked to both the pollution control agency and the thing about the other point about Winnebagos and RVs and that, when's the last time you drove your RV off the property to be pumped at a pumping station?
It's none of your business, Bob.
Yes, it is, it's
No, it's none
exactly
of your
germane.
business, Bob.
Which, I didn't talk while you talked, I would appreciate it if you would not talk while I am talking. You give me equal respect for while I am talking that I gave you while you were talking.
All right, move on now.
So, the part about Winnebagos and that is things, when people from the cities drive a self-contained motorized unit up here from the cities and they go home in the same unit, that property comes on the property, off the property, on the property, off the property.
So they have to bring it home with them?
And they, please not talk while I'm talking, Todd.
Talking,
And that's what that section is about.
Bring it home
And
with
the situation on Mr. Palmer's land is, and many, actually most of the places where RVs are in the shoreland area, the RV comes out there and it never leaves the property to be pumped in. And that's when a SSTS sewer system, outhouse, something needs to be done there as a facility because a holding tank in an RV is so limited, it can't stand the volume over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, like an outhouse would. So you're taking something that was meant for on, off the property, which does not describe your situation at all.
I have one question for you, Bob.
Sure.
On that thing. If it was pumped on a regular basis from the property.
Well,
I know there's campers out there that do that, they have their
you can
systems
pump
pumped.
out of a camper,
Yes. You
I
most-
or you
have
can
a-
drain out of a.
No, you can have them pumped or drained, either one.
I have a holding container, it's a blue little trailer with wheels on it. You can pump your stuff right in it.
The problem with
and
that
bring
is
it with you.
you have a place, you have to have a place to dump it. My brother-in-law, my sister, they have trailers on their pump, and they have a
Well,
guy that
if
comes
I could
by and
just say
takes some
something.
bills out.
you know what?
And so-
I've used that, stayed in that camper 3 nights, and you know what, I'm not too worried about the septic being filled up on it. And if you guys are gonna be into going out and checking people's holding tanks to see how high they are, have at it. But you know what? Don't step on my property.
I agree.
I have not stepped foot on your property at all.
Don't even look at it for that matter.
Well.
You know, you're
anyway,
just a pain in the ass, Bob, that's all there is to it.
One other aspect to that is.
There's no other aspect.
One other aspect to that entire situation is in our sewer system ordinance, we have what's called a minor system. It's a $35 fee, and we have probably 20 or 30 people in the township that
Bob, you can
have
stick a
availed
fee up your
themselves
ass.
of that situation.
No,
Exactly
either that or I
the
can give them
situation.
monopoly money if that's
Can
what
I
we
please be
take.
allowed to talk to explain the situation?
This is ridiculous.
Bernie.
Because, no, here, let me
No,
just
no,
clarify
no.
something for you. It does not matter what Bob says, I'm not changing anything, so let's just move on. Simple,
Just
thank you.
Should leash your dog.
go ahead.
So we have the situation like that where people have signed on to, matter of fact, on the spreadsheet that I just handed you for, when I have, my zoning section here. There is a couple on there that fit exactly into that, where people get like a plastic biffy, or what's called a minor system, or they sign on that they will either have their RV directly pumped, or they will leave the property with the RV periodically, or they will get a biffy, which is above ground, which doesn't require a full-blown permit because it doesn't go down into the ground. A plastic biffy is entirely on top of the ground, so it doesn't ever jeopardize the groundwater. It's a different issue, which is how the Pollution Control Agency differentiates the two different situations. So we have compliance from any number of people all over the township for this, what's called a minor system, and yet Bernie won't even do sign off on a minor system, which is noted in the mailing and sent to you.
This is what you guys are talking about.
Take that out. We don't need that.
Well, come
Well,
on.
just so you know.
Well, this
Which
is for
is
you guys to
what
look
I,
at. That's how you
wrote to
dump
you,
your
he
tanks
agreed
without
to
moving your
do
stuff.
last, I'm in the middle of my presentation,
Talking.
you're being rude here.
Take that out.
Well, here's the presentation, but here's your answer.
Take that back out, Todd.
Well, here's your answer. This is how people dump it.
I don't have any answer for that, doesn't need one.
I know you don't.
Thank you, Todd.
Yeah.
Exhibit.
So anyway, as I written in the thing that I wrote to you, he promised to get one and then failed to do that, so.
That was a mistake on my part.
Yeah.
No, I've been making a stupid promise like that because I'm not doing it.
You're not going to take a.
No,
You're not gonna,
No.
apply for a
Here's the-
permit
here's
or
the deal.
anything? No.
my property is my property. You don't worry about what I do on my property.
The thing,
Take me to court, just,
That's
let's
not
just
the
end
way
the
the
discussion,
world
take me
works,
to
Bernie.
court, just take me to
That's
court.
not the way the world works.
Well, we'll see, take me to court.
Is anybody else asked to pump their RVs around this place beside Bernie Palmer, or is it just him?
That's a
How
really
many
good
other
question.
RVs are at him? Mine's coming back. You wanna ask
See,
me
Jan,
later?
can't you see that this guy just continues to make problems? You wonder why these, no, listen, to me. Just listen for a second. No, listen.
No.
Why do these meetings get like this?
He's
Sit down.
biased.
No,
Bernie,
why
no,
do these meetings get like
Oh, it
this?
is.
Why?
I
Because
showed
of that
mine
man
for
right
pumping
there.
your tanks.
Yes.
Because nobody wants to cooperate. No, it's my right then when to do what I want. That's exactly what you said. And I
Yeah,
sit
right,
down
it
and
is.
no.
It's called America, that's why you own property.
Sit
Read
down.
the Constitution.
I know the Constitution.
You don't know the Constitution at
Sit
all.
down
You
and
don't
be
know the
quiet.
first
Sit down
two
and be quiet.
sentences.
Bernie,
And you certainly don't.
oh, you're full of crap, Bernie.
Yeah, you know
Sit
what,
down.
Bob, you
Bernie.
are. You're a complete joke.
I made
You're a
the motion
fucking
to Bernie
fool.
is being disruptive to this meeting.
Call the sheriff, go ahead. See what happens.
They'll ask you, they'll take you to.
See ya, bring them,
But
call them.
I didn't get an answer. How many other RVs were asked to be pumped beside Bernie Palmer's? Now,
Many,
that's a
20,
good
30,
question.
I don't know the number.
You got any proof?
Yeah. We
Where,
have all the
you got
records.
court dates set for them guys
Yeah,
too,
well-
or what's going on?
Kinda weird, I never heard him talk about it in these meetings either.
Did you see any papers going out for
Nobody
it?
has that or get a permit by proving that somebody else did. You need a permit because you need a permit.
And if
It's
take
simple.
care- if
Take
they
me to
take
court.
care- Shut up.
Take me to court.
Sheriff, if they take care of it, then it isn't an issue. They don't have to get papers and stuff, because they take care of it like they're supposed to. Just
All of the
because-
20 other people that he says that, he has to pump their RVs, right?
Let's just make this simple. Take me to court.
All right, now be quiet.
Have at it.
Okay.
It's felonious.
As I said, Todd, I'm making up, I said I don't know the number in my head. The number 20 is a made-up number. 15, 20, 25, 30.
Prove
Some
it.
number approximately in that ballpark.
Hey,
We
Walt
want
will be
something
able to
beside
tell
your
you.
word.
Walt
That's
can tell
enough.
you.
Hey, everybody be
We
quiet.
want something beside your word. Your word don't mean nothing.
Oh, thank you, Todd.
Means
That's
nothing.
enough.
Zero.